Well, David Luckin is a known quantity here in Northeast Florida in the arts and culture landscape. He even was recognized last year with the 2024 Art Innovator Award by the Cultural Council of Greater Jacks. Hey, David.
Hi, Ann.
So, in addition to that, you are also station manager, music director, host of the Electro Lounge. But for us here, selfishly at First Coast Connect, you are the executive producer of this show, and you have been for a long time. That's changing today.
It sure is. I'm going to ease myself out of the news business after 42 years, and I'm just going to concentrate on programming music and events as I start to take some of my time back, I think.
Yeah, well, you are
It's been
here
a long run.
round the clock. And as you say, you have been in the news business for 42 years. For people who are lucky enough to be able to watch our live stream, we've got some pictures of you along your journey. You started working in news at like 17
No, 1983 at Channel 17.
at Channel 17,
No.
but you were an intern there.
I was a paid weekend shooter on the weekends with a Volkswagen van.
What got you into
I went to
photojournalism?
University of Florida.
Okay.
So that was I was offered an internship at Philadelphia at WCAU or one at WJKS. And in Philly, they said, it's a union shop. You won't really do anything here. And JKS said, we'll put a camera on your shoulder and you can start shooting tomorrow. So I took the paid internship at Channel 17 in 1983, and then that turned into a full-time job.
And we should say, even before you started carrying a camera around, you've been like a lifelong news junkie.
Oh, I started my first little newspaper in 6th grade, a little mimeograph ditto. So yeah, I've always been crazy about news and music. So I've always tried to put news in my music and try to add music to my news in whatever job I've had.
Yeah, and you've made music a big part of this program. First Coast Connect was really your brainchild. I want to ask you about what the idea was behind it and how you connected with the first and longtime host, Melissa Ross. But first, let's take a listen to a little message that she had for you.
Okay.
David Luckin changed my life. He was the one who encouraged me to apply for a talk show role at WJCT back in 2009. He was the one who, more than any other person, helped me make First Coast Connect successful when we first went on the air, because there was no staff, there was no budget, there was no promotion, there was no nothing. And it was really, honestly, just David there with me every single day. I'm so glad he's going to be enjoying a well-earned partial retirement soon. Nobody has earned it more. Love you, David.
Love you too, Melissa. And there was Luis there, our intern, who actually directed the show, and I produced it, and Melissa wrote the whole thing. So just so everyone knows, Ann and Stacy and Melissa and Heather and Bella, they do all the real work. I just run around and make sure everything's going well.
Well, you're the master of ceremonies, and you also are the idea man. You know, you're always following the news. You're always
Right.
coming with ideas about things for us to cover. So what was the idea, though, behind First Coast Connect?
We were talking way back that we needed our own local call-in show,
Mhm.
and I was a huge fan of Imus in the morning. So I wrote a 10-page proposal, and we do, Thinking Green on Tuesdays and the God Squad on Thursdays and all this stuff. And Michael Boylan, the president, said, let's do it. And then I called Melissa. I'd seen her on First Coast News. I never met her. I met her at 3 Layers and said, why don't you apply? I think you're really good. And she applied. And a few months later, we started the show with Luis on the board and me and Melissa. So I thank all those folks. I've been lucky to work with really talented people.
Yeah.
People like you, which has been a great way at the end of my news career to be able to work with you has been a pleasure.
Well, Melissa obviously was 11 years in this role and is a beloved voice and well recognized, even though she's moved on now to other greener fields. But another person that you worked with was the multi-hyphenate talent Al Letson.
Oh, yeah.
Was in this chair for a number of months in the interim after Melissa left, and he also had a little message for you.
What to say about David Luckin? Number one, he is probably the most genuinely kind person that I've ever met in my life. Number two, he has a ridiculous love for the oldies and good music and movies and all of that. And then number three, he has always, 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 from day one, and I mean, we're going back at least 15 years now, has always treated me like I am his little brother. And I cannot put into words how much his support has meant to me over the years. He is he's a gem. He's the best of Jacksonville. He's the best of humanity. But I'll take it down a notch and say he's definitely the best of Jacksonville, and I love him. David, congratulations, man. I love you, dude.
Okay. Al, that's coming from him. I won't say anything because Al's the best. I listen to Reveal every Saturday, and I often text him and say, another great show.
Yeah.
Boy, that means a lot to me. Thank you so much, Al.
Yeah.
What a good
Well,
person.
David, I mean, we want to thank you for all you've done for creating this program, but also all that you will continue to do for WJCT. Obviously, you're going to continue to be here,
Oh, yeah.
part of the station forever and ever. Anything that you want to say?
No, I would just say that it's been a real pleasure to be in the news business this long, to have met people I've met and to tell other people's stories and people who've invited me into their homes with the Electro Lounge. So basically, I feel really lucky that I picked the right career. I always wanted to do it from when I was a kid. So it all worked out, and I'll still be around. I'll still suggest leads to you.
Yeah. Well, we will look forward to seeing you. We're going to miss you on the program. David Luckin, it's his last show as executive producer of First Coast Connect. David, thank you.
Thank you.